kings. Unless it was during the pandemic when all the mom and pop businesses were shut down, but the government said it was totally fine for all the major super rich corporations to continue operating. But I didn't really care because as long as I could get my Starbucks and go to Target, I was fine. No kings. Except during the pandemic when we told people that they would lose their job unless they took a certain medical product, or they couldn't even go into certain restaurants without vaccine paperwork. That was crazy, but I didn't really care because I just complied. No kings. Remember when we also told people that they had to not visit their loved ones that were sick and dying in the hospital, the elderly? They had to die alone. That was really sad. We shut down the schools, completely wrecked the developmental learning for a whole generation. I mean, that was tragic, but we don't really talk about that because that's over now. New outrage, no kings. Remember when we were told over and over if we got that medical product, we for sure would not get sick. And even though the people that got it immediately did get sick, we were for sure told they wouldn't spread it. And then that gradually became, well, like 95%, like 75%. Okay, there's no evidence it does what we told everyone it does, but we've already made everyone take it that would anyway. And no one really cared because it's new outrage time, no kings. And do you remember during that time, anyone who tried to bring attention to these issues on social media was censored or their account was banned? And limiting free speech at that time seemed okay to me. I didn't really think about it. No kings. You don't hate authoritarianism. You just hate what you're told to hate by the algorithm and the news outlets. Be so for real. I just wish the anti-authoritarian energy was present during actual tyranny from both the federal and local governments during that time. But no, of course not. And it's not authoritarianism if the majority of the people voted for it, both popular vote and electoral votes. People wanted the border secure. So settle down and start thinking for yourself. Turn off the TikTok. It's gonna be okay.
Hey, where are you going? What do you mean where I'm going? You're not going to the No Kings Day protest? Like, do you hate democracy or something? Oh, I didn't even know this existed. What is this about? No Kings Day protest? It's to stop Trump from becoming a dictator. It's a pro-democracy march. So you are marching for democracy? Yes, absolutely. We cannot have one man decide everything in this country. We vote in this country. Oh, right. Like when you guys voted for Kamala to become the presidential candidate. Oh, wait. You actually never voted for that. She was just chosen behind closed doors after Joe Biden stepped down. Am I right? But she's a woman of color, and that is democracy. Doesn't sound much like democracy to me. Wait, you are twisting things. This is about Trump. Let's keep our focus. Okay, so again, let me see if I understand you. You're marching against authoritarianism? Am I right? Yes. Kind of like when the government said you should stay at home, close your business, take the vaccine or lose your job. That kind of authoritarianism? No, that was science. That is totally different. So if Trump came out and said, you either take this experimental drug or you're fired, you wouldn't call him a dictator? Yes, he would most definitely be a dictator if he did that. But when your side does it, then it's not. When my side does it, it's for the greater good. Got it. So no kings unless it's your king. Yeah, that makes sense.
No kings, but get the jab or lose your job. No kings, but social distance and stay 6 feet apart. No kings, but don't have a primary in the 2024 election. No kings, but call your presidential nominee Queen Kamala. No kings, but you have to carry around a vaccine card with confidential medical information. No kings, but we're going to fund riots and destructions of cities when people don't agree with us. Would you like me to continue? Because I could go on and on and on. So before you get out there with your little flags and your little signs this weekend, let's take a look at history and which party acts more like a king. If you think Donald Trump is acting like a king because he is deporting illegal immigrants, look back at what every other president before him has done. Obama deported 4 million. 4 million. Where were you guys then? Where was this no kings energy then?
sure this protest is even gonna make a difference?
Of course, holding up signs and disturbing traffic is gonna make a huge difference.
Oh my God, look!
After seeing all the No Kings protests, I've decided to step down as President of the United States. Congratulations, you really made a difference.
You were right, we made a difference!
I told you we'd make a difference. What did I say? What did I say?
So now what do?
I guess we should start a new protest since we don't have any real jobs and live off the government.
Yeah, let's do it, come on!
To everybody that was protesting No Kings in America, I am so proud of you guys, and here's why. Because we don't have a king in America. We got rid of that a couple centuries ago, and we have a president, and we have rights, but we don't have a king. Yeah.
No kings, but put your mask on. No kings, but follow these grocery store arrows. No kings, but you can't leave your house. No kings, or I'm firing you for not getting vaccinated. No kings, but we're shutting your business down. No kings, but you can't worship the real king. No kings, but your family members will die alone. No kings, but call this number to report your neighbor. No kings, but you're responsible for my health. No kings, but make sure you stand 6 feet apart. No kings, but no Thanksgiving dinner with your family. No kings, but you can't visit your grandma and she can't leave her room. No kings, but grandma can die alone. Never forget what they did to us.
To all the liberals that like to troll my page, I gotta call you out for a minute. Do you want to know how we as conservatives know that your No Kings rally/riot thing is just a big orange man bad thing? Because you guys completely fell in line and didn't even say one thing when Kamala Harris was just placed as your candidate. No one voted for her. You didn't even have the opportunity to. And you didn't care. Why didn't you care if you don't like kings? I mean, what you allowed was monarchy. And this is why we don't take you seriously. I'm not even sure you guys even know what you stand for anymore. But it ain't no kings. And it gets even better. You're doing a 2.0 on the 4th of July. It doesn't make sense. You argue that Trump is rising up and using his military. Yeah. And he's definitely not the only president to ever do that. And he's not doing it in Republican cities. He's doing it in Democrat cities where there's lawlessness, with Democrat leaders who have abandoned their communities. Can you just go back to screaming about climate change?